Welcome back to the Food Scientist Podcast, where mouth noises are your enemy, because these guys are making them, and nobody likes to hear that, aside from talking noises. So I'm your host, Amy Zajac, and I'm here with Brian Pierce.
Hello, everyone.
And Danny Sussman.
So if I chew with my mouth open, that's a bad thing?
Especially if I can see you.
Oh.
If she can see you or the listeners can hear you.
Is that why people, like, when they're talking and eating, put their hand over their mouth? I always thought that was super weird when I would, like...
It's not just because we're demure people that...
And on a podcast, people don't want to hear...
Well, that makes sense. But we have a lot of peanut butter stuff.
But, and you started before we were ready. We were still eating.
And before... Okay, so before we sidetrack too much, we'll have some food news for you, some experiences... Then we'll get into some new Snickers creamies.
Yeah, that's what we're chomping at. It's like, it sticks with
I know. It's chewy.
We have some international potato chips again, this time from Egypt. Well, we'll wait to tease you on what those are when we get there. And the fudge-covered Nutter Butter.
Finally getting to those, yeah.
So,
and then we also have a question with that, too, I think.
Oh, we do?
We do. We have a question for our audience, but we're waiting for the end to ask.
Yes, so stay tuned.
So, food news, folks. Who wants to go first?
Well, okay. We have been talking about the Reese's Thins for a while. They are out, but I haven't been able to find them yet. So, hopefully next week we will have the Reese's Thins. But there are more new Reese's coming. Yes, there are 2 new Reese's that should hit shelves in April. They are both...
Is it like, did they put Reese's Pieces in Reese's Pieces?
No, oh gosh, no. Fortunately, this is no Reese's Pieces nonsense that they've been doing lately. There are 2 new kinds. There is a Peanut Butter Lovers, which has a top little half of the, I'll say the shell, looks like it's peanut butter flavored. I'm not sure if there's more actual peanut butter, but there's definitely more of a peanut butter flavor in the chocolate. That could go either way. I was hoping it would just be like overflowing.
Like, what if they use like you never get the peanut butter pretzels, like the peanut butter coated pretzels? If they use like that weird white chocolatey peanut butter,
I think that's what's going to be.
Is that with?
It's going to be like a peanut butter fudge.
Yeah.
The other one is a chocolate lovers Reese's, which honestly the shell is thicker. That just means less peanut butter. So
it looks
like
chocolate lover.
The dark chocolate too.
It is dark chocolate. So that one reminds me of at the holiday time, they have the gigantic 5-pound Reese's.
No, it's not 5 pounds.
Is it 5? I wish it was 5. Oh, whatever.
What's a pound?
0.5 pounds.
It's 1 pound, but it's 2 cups, so each one's half a pound.
If you bought 10, that would be like 5 pounds plus. Not quite. Anyway, that has too much chocolate per peanut butter ratio, we discovered on our own before the podcast even started. So I think that these are going to just be like that. It's going to be... I mean, unless you're... Who's eating Reese's for the chocolate?
I'm going to ask you a question, Brian. Will that fear stop you from buying them?
No, of course not.
But Brian, you say who's eating Reese's for chocolate? If all you want is peanut butter, why don't you just open up a jar and eat peanut butter?
I do.
You know what I saw this week? This was not going to be my news piece. But there's an Indiegogo for a company that basically has this thing you screw onto the top of a peanut butter jar and is a pump. So you can pump peanut butter onto anything.
Well, that'd have to be
that would be very, very...
I guess you'd need thinner peanut butter.
Well, no, that's the thing, is it's like a wide straw, heavy-duty pump that's capable of lifting peanut butter out of a peanut butter jar.
How strong would you have to be?
So it shows it, like, in their picture. You would never do this, but it shows them using the pump to fill a celery with peanut butter.
That's just making me think of if I had that jar of the Dairy Queen peanut butter.
Oh, the peanut butter straws.
That would be so good. Oh!
Speaking of...
Yes! They're new Blizzards of the Month, kind of.
Sort of.
Really?
Yeah. We predicted this last week. It wasn't going to be anything exciting.
It would be minty.
Yeah. So they're officially, at my Dairy Queen, Mint Oreo is the Blizzard of the Month. And they're saying it's back, but...
It never left.
Mint is always on them. You can always make a Mint Oreo Blizzard.
And I will say that DairyQueen.com only lists that one. It doesn't list the other one that
this is important because the other one is a grasshopper pie, which is pretty much just mint and chocolate, but you get graham cracker. What's exciting about that is because they have the graham cracker, you can order another off-menu Blizzard, the Reese's Pie, which is a Reese's with graham cracker added. It's amazing! And you don't get charged more for adding stuff because it's on the menu as an off-menu item.
Interesting. Yeah. So, I was really curious about, kind of we're in like the sad time of year for blizzards.
Absolutely.
But it's winter, and IDQ is based in Minnesota, and, if you look at the weather report, it's not really like weather that leaves you craving ice cream.
There's never a bad time for ice cream.
No, but I could,
you don't have
when
to
you look
stand
at the
outside
masses,
to eat it.
When you look, that...
Some Dairy Queens are just outside, though.
Right. There's a lot of, like, kids, like, softball teams or baseball teams that after sports will go and get ice cream because it's hot out there. There's just, business is slower.
It is.
So I get that,
We understand why other people might not want
Right. Why, they maybe don't put as much effort into the blizzards and have as many
parcels.
Special ingredients that would just go to waste. So this is what I did, though. If you remember, when I was down in Texas, we saw that Dairy Queen of Texas has a different menu. So I was curious. It's not as cold in Texas. Is there effort being put into their blizzards?
I doubt it.
Yeah, there's not. But... go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because they're tying it to holidays, they're giving us mint because St. Patrick's Day.
Well, because it's
from
green.
a marketing perspective,
There are other
sense.
green things.
But if you're going to do that in one place, it just makes sense so that you don't have to split your marketing resources. Just do the same thing.
They have like the same outrageous and all that. But here's the winner of their menu right now.
What's that?
Is their meal deal is a taco with a side of tacos.
Not even
Smaller
like
tacos?
No.
Mini tacos or taquitos, but they're not tacos.
No, when you go to DQ of Texas, the special meal deal is called taco with a side of tacos, and it's 3 tacos and a drink for $5.
One thing that concerns me is with this grasshopper one, is that going to be the April blizzard of the month? Are they just going to try and pull that nonsense with us?
Probably.
It won't surprise me.
They'll put the grasshopper like with an Easter bunny in the grass.
Yep.
But
do better.
But once May comes around, it starts to feel like summer.
And I bet we get a new seasonal menu.
Right, and we start seeing the A game again.
And hopefully the s'more is back.
Oh, hey, segue.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. You said you have Oreo news. I
have Oreo news. Brian, empty out your freezer because in April, the s'moreo is returning.
Yes, the s'more Oreo is amazing.
They don't call it the s'more.
I call it the s'moreo.
He calls it the s'moreo.
I made that up.
If people go and look for s'moreo packaging, they're not going to
You know what? I've seen a bunch of articles about the return of the s'more Oreo, and every time I just get irate that they don't call it the s'moreo.
It's such a no-brainer. Like, I can't believe that they didn't call it that.
And I can't believe you're taking the side of the s'more Oreo, host Amy.
I'm taking the side of the listeners who need to look for these things.
And if you look up s'moreo and you can't find it...
Yeah. Anyway.
They're not going to find it.
Did you have news, Amy?
I did, and it's not cookie related or candy related or ice cream
I had other news that I'm like, but I feel drained now. It's just like so much excitement. Like, I need a break, Amy. I need some time to recover. Give us some news and then check in with me.
Well, you may or may not remember the 8 new potato chip flavors Lay's came out with last summer.
You know what?
Yes, that we couldn't find all.
Probably no one remembers them because they did not do a good job marketing
or finding them.
Right, that was the Lay's Taste of America. And
right.
Oddly, we have an easier time finding Lay's from Thailand than Lay's from America.
This is not my news, folks. This is just not your ranting is not my news.
I'm back.
So they're coming out with 3 new flavors that meld flavors with music. So
I
hope
saw
the latest
I
thing
realize that.
they're calling it the Turn Up the Flavor. And each 3 limited time flavors are going to be paired with unique music or specific music genre.
Wait, let her give the flavors.
Pop, hip hop, and rock. So the flavors are.
Wait, hold on. It's pop, hip hop, and rock.
Yeah.
So they didn't say this is the funky Lay's.
Wavy.
I bet they're funky.
Wavy, electric lime and sea salt, and pop music.
That's
lime and sea salt is going with the pop.
Okay.
So,
don't they already have that one?
Not wavy, or probably not. Kettle cooked. Whoops, I totally just clicked on something.
It was kettle cooked beer cheese.
Yep. And we'll go back to it. Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle Remix and hip hop music. This is the one that caught my eye because it's in the headline. There's Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle chips coming out.
Flamin' Hot Pickle.
We're going to make sure Brian tastes them.
I'm not eating that flaming hot pickle.
I am
potato chip. I love dill pickle. I love hot things. I don't like dill pickle potato chips usually.
I like none of the above.
And then, as Danny noted, kettle cooked classic beer cheese and rock music.
Yeah, I'm not excited about any of those.
We're going to have to find these.
I saw those. I was like, I hope Amy and Danny don't see this article. And then you said, hey, I have news.
I'm disappointed by the distinct lack of meat.
I just gave you a look just for listeners.
But like, if you were going to have like...
We have done meat chips to death.
But I'm just saying, if you're going to think of like a pop one or a hip hop one or a rock one, like when you think
Are you going to stereotype some folks here?
No, I'm just saying, like when I think of like rock, do you think of like beer cheese, or would you think of like their beer,
they're not going to make marijuana
brat?
chips.
I would think more of country music with that. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe that's just because of where I grew up. But like,
I think if you did beer brat, you would be more in that than beer cheese.
Maybe they're thinking beer goes with rock and roll? I don't know.
I don't know if there were good flavors. I mean, it sounds like kind of a stretch, but hey, whatever. It's what they're doing. It's fine.
Right, you could do like a Motown Philly cheese.
Maybe the lime and sea salt is going with pop because it's light.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't really make sense to me at all.
Lime and sea salt makes more sense on a tortilla chip.
But to associate that with music, like maybe
it's electric lime and sea salt, and there's a microphone for the I in lime.
Like if you did like a Detroit Rock City chili cheese dog.
They could have done the Nashville hot chicken.
Right, exactly.
Like, I want to know where the thought was that a flaming
They've already done Nashville hot chicken.
Dill pickle makes them think of hip hop.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Well, it's the remix.
Yeah.
So they're mixing. I don't know.
Anyway,
whatever.
Anyway, that was my news.
We just need to give a brief mention to the fact that Mondelez, they make the Oreo brands, and Cadbury, they are hiring chocolate taste testers. In a nutshell, we'll just say, we'll leave it at that. And people keep sharing. I've had that shared with me in several languages now, which is amazing. I love it. But I can speak for myself. I can't apply for that job. I'm overqualified.
They can't afford me.
Amy, you should go for it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, but you know what? They're looking for someone that like has good taste. You'd be like, I've experienced working with scientists.
She also has experience editing things up, so you better be careful.
I'm in control of the final product here. I could clip together you saying how much you love salad and you bathe in ranch dressing.
Oh, wait, when do I ever talk about bathing?
Well, you just said bathing now, didn't you?
He did, so see, she has that.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Amy, do you have any food experiences this week?
I do, but was Danny done with his news?
I can be.
Okay. So I'll keep going.
Let me just consult my notes here. Oh, actually, I do have one thing.
Okay, go for it.
This is for our local people in the Mall of America.
Oh,
right.
Candytopia is opening. And we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, what's interesting about this is not a permanent candy.
It's a traveling exhibit.
Yeah, they are in one place for several months and they move, or like there are multiple places, at the same time, but then they move. Yeah,
it's like exhibits of candy and eating candy, and I don't know.
We're excited. We're going to
have a sneak preview.
Yes,
they invited
we're going
us
to an event this week, and we'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll have a full review of Candytopia. It may be slightly biased because we're getting in free and they're giving us alcohol.
But yes,
but we're disclosing that.
Yeah, if we don't like it, we will not say anything. So if we don't mention it again,
like if our food experience, like, what did you do on Tuesday night? Nothing.
Unless they give us a lot of money, which
no.
I don't think we can't be bribed unless you give us enough.
How much would it take?
I don't know, like
$5.
$5 bucks? How much?
Yeah, 5.
Like, I don't know how much have we talked about the local casinos that they just give us a free buffet.
Oh, they should. They really should.
We
should have free buffets every time we go, no matter what we do.
Anyways.
Okay,
I
Amy,
did get my birthday food at one of them. Anyway.
Oh.
So my food experience. Look. I was grocery shopping. Yeah, food. And on display, they had a number of super fancy cupcakes. And if you bought a cupcake, $1 went to some charity that I already forgot. Because I'm like, oh, there's a good excuse to buy a cupcake,
That sounds like a good way to overprice a cupcake.
Maybe, but these were nice big cupcakes. Now, here's the thing. This is going to make you guys cringe, and this is why I'm glad I'm the host.
You bought salad instead.
No, I did not. but a number of the cupcakes seemed too overloaded. Like they were filled with candy bars and candy bars
Filled
on top.
or topped?
Both. So they.
How do you fill a cupcake with candy bars?
Well, you just hollow out the middle and put them in there and put the top back. Anyway, and it was just so much. Like they seemed to be too big, too rich for me. So I went.
I get that. I honestly, I understand
At that point,
that.
it's not a cupcake anymore.
So I went with one that was a little bit more basic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Obviously. But they didn't have a basic chocolate or vanilla. Mm-hmm. I went with lemon.
Oh.
And it had a nice airy lemon whipped topping, and it was filled with lemon curd. And it was actually really, really good. And I loved it. And it was still my birthday month, which was February. So not that long ago.
Okay.
And so I treated myself to this nice, wonderful lemon cupcake.
I got our whole response to this. Right. Congratulations. Good choice. Let's move on.
Now I might need a moment.
I considered saving some, but no, it was too good.
I
ate it
So
all
let's
once.
talk about Snickers.
Yes. No, actually,
we have more food experience.
Okay.
Brace yourselves, friends.
Okay.
Listeners.
Do I need to hold on to my socks?
And actually, before I go, I just want to let you know I did have a salad experience I did not talk about on purpose.
Good
call.
So I had someone come up to me this week and say, "Hey, Brian, donuts are garbage."
Whoa.
Which fighting words, right?
Okay.
So I call him out a little bit on that. And he's like, "No, I mean, but you know what? I actually don't like any sweet things except for 2 things." So we're talking pie, cookies, cakes, any snacks at all. So he likes 2 sweet things. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Okay.
All right.
And Dots.
Oh, I forgot about Dots.
But would you say that if you're only going to like 2 things, that would be
I would argue that peanut butter cups are almost savory more than sweet.
What?
They're not.
I mean, on the
they're
spectrum.
not super sugary sweet like, say, a Peep.
But they're definitely sweet.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like
that just
on the savory end.
It shocked me because
you don't like Dots?
No, this is not anti-Dot at all.
Yeah, I live with a Dots addict.
I just, I can't wrap my head around how that would be one of the 2 things that you like. Not that you choose to eat because you're only choosing to eat certain things that you like.
So this person has been exposed to and sampled the spectrum.
I mean, you not as much as us, obviously.
Well,
but
I mean, we're scientists.
Yeah. So I said, well, what about like the tropical Dots? Oh, no.
Only the OG
Only
Dots.
the original ones.
Oh, well, that's...
And I said, well, what about Mike and Ike's or Good and Plenty? No.
What are the ones, the ones with, like, the black licorice ones? They don't call them Dots? No, Good and Plenty's are, like, Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, well...
It's like Juicy somethings.
Oh, Juicy...
It's a candy, it's shaped like a dot, but it's black and it tastes like licorice.
Well, we all have these little computers.
We'll come back to it. But clearly this person wouldn't like them anyway.
Yeah, no, because I tried. I was like, okay, help me understand this. Like, how can that be one of the 2 things?
No,
and
those
like,
are...
everything I came up with, like, nope, like, not chocolate cake, not chocolate chip cookies.
Crows?
Yeah, that's the ones.
Can you show me a picture of that, Amy?
It looks just like a dot, but it's black.
I don't think I've
never heard of them.
I probably have seen them, but they never registered because black licorice flavor.
Is the devil.
Yeah.
That's
I've never heard of them either.
No, that's why
Yeah, so I told a car full of people this last night. I said, and the second thing was Dots, and everyone in the car said, Dots! It's like, yes, thank you. That's what I was...
What about jujubes? Jujubes are like little dots.
I can ask, but I doubt it. I know. I tried as well. But you know what? People have their own likes. That's fine. They can like...
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this person have a full set of teeth?
I believe, well, for now, because Dots, that's an immediate call. That's an immediate call to the dentist.
We eat a lot more sugar than he does.
No, I'm asking this question because maybe they can't chew.
No, but
Dots are chewy.
Yeah, you can suck on Dots.
You need your teeth.
You can suck on Dots.
You need your teeth.
Well, theoretically, you can suck on anything.
Right, but Dots...
Well, not even theoretically. Quite literally.
You can suck on a rock if you wanted
to. Right, but I'm just saying...
Yeah, I mean, that no, you need to chew that.
Does he have a fully developed tongue? Like, is there...
I didn't ask.
Does this person eat like a spectrum
I'll just say this. You know this person.
Does this person eat a spectrum of meats?
Yes.
All the animals.
Let's move on, folks. People aren't going to care about who this theoretical person is that they don't know.
Oh, good point. And if you're listening, really?
So, let's have some fun. Snickers.
Oh, okay.
We have
Snickers.
3 new creamy Snickers.
Yes, these are the creamy Snicker flavors that came out.
And they weren't full bars.
They are snack size.
Yes.
They are
They're squares.
Okay.
But let's see what they are.
So there's a new peanut butter.
Creamy peanut butter.
Creamy peanut butter. There is maple almond butter.
Creamy maple almond.
And then creamy almond butter.
Yes.
So if you have ever had the peanut butter Snickers in the fun size, it's a little square. That's what all of these are like. And I was kind of thrown off by the peanut butter because I thought, well, they already make peanut butter. But no, this is creamy peanut butter. Not the ones in the little yellow packaging.
It's a whole new form of Snickers.
Peanut butter, caramel, and milk chocolate.
And it's layers and.
Yeah,
you were a Snickers lover, aren't you, Brian?
I am, and I love OG peanut butter Snickers.
So how did you feel this whole change of shape and texture?
The shape doesn't bother me.
Because you can still eat plenty of them.
Yes,
you don't have to eat just one.
I'll say this. The peanut butter Snicker fun size has always kind of bothered me because it just seems like it's smaller, and I want more.
Mm-hmm.
But you just eat more. That's fine.
It is smaller.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it is.
Well, I mean, it's a square instead of a rectangle.
Yes.
But yeah, overall it is smaller. The size doesn't bother me. Doing different things doesn't bother me. This experience bothered me, though, trying these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maple, almond butter, and peanut butter bothered you?
It was missing something.
You know what? I was waiting. I'm actually really glad to hear you say that, Brian, because I know you love Snickers, and I know you love peanut butter, and you were talking about how, like, you will eat all of these.
And I will. No, don't get me wrong. I will eat all of them.
But I was sitting here thinking, for, like, something that's new and 3 different varieties, these are super boring.
They are. I know what, there aren't nuts in them. Yes.
But there's no nuts in peanut butter cups. They're smooth.
But those aren't Snickers.
Right.
Oh,
and
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say it's missing texture. I'm like, but you like other candy.
But I would
texture.
actually say this. A peanut butter cup has, like, a bite to it. There's enough chocolate along the edge that when you bite into that, it snaps.
There's the crunch, yeah.
There's texture to it. This is just a little mush.
We should refrigerate these or freeze these and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, so
like it does for other things.
It might.
The first one that we tried was the maple almond butter, and that was one of the first things because you can taste the almond butter and the maple, and it's like a lot. It's like you can get the sense of a Snickers, but it's also the maple. And I said there's a lot going on here because there are a lot of things that are happening at the same time in my brain as I'm chewing this.
It's maple flavored caramel. I think that's why it wasn't mapley enough for me. I barely tasted the maple.
I didn't taste a lot of maple, but
theoretically there were ground almonds in the caramel too.
Yeah, I tasted ground almonds in something.
Ground. Yeah. I mean, it was fine. I didn't love it, but it was fine.
You know, I gotta say,
I like the regular almond butter better.
If it were actual maple in there, I think that would be too much. So I think that they did the right thing with that. It's the right amount. It didn't mesh with a Snickers for me, though.
When I see almond butter, I think you're trying to be healthier. And it didn't taste healthy. It's not healthier. It's not better. I
liked the regular almond butter. Just the maple almond butter was not as much.
Yeah, but it was fine, but it was...
Yeah, I had just a little pinch of one of them. The nuts are there, but they are very, very finely ground up.
This is like Snickers for people with no teeth, so maybe the person who sucks on dots.
No.
I know that he might not. I made that
up. So, I mean, I don't know.
I know what it is.
Go for it. I'm just having problems here.
Yeah, me too. You bite into it, and there's no resistance at all.
No.
It's
so chewy.
Resistance is futile.
It was like you chew and you chew and you chew with the caramel and the nougat.
But like,
is it as chewy as those chicken nuggets?
They gave me flashbacks.
Because those like...
Wait, but you have not eaten 100 chicken nuggets.
I've eaten one, and that was enough to know that, like, your teeth had to fight with those things.
I did have someone apologize to me this week. He said, you know what? I was kind of giving you a hard time, but I ate 10, and that was so much.
Like... If you think of, like, a good steak, right? Like, there's some heft to it. There's, like... When you chew this, it has, like, sweet flavor, but it just, like, disintegrates.
Yeah, it would be like eating a steak that was the texture of Jell-O.
Right.
It would be not right.
Right, exactly. That's
the
taste
like
exactly
might be there, but the
like a steak is like the meatiness.
Yes, and the biggest disappointment was the peanut butter to me because I love the peanut butter Snickers, but the creamy peanut butter Snickers.
I think the caramel kind of diminishes the peanut butter.
It takes away from it. Yeah, I think you're right on that. And it doesn't have the chunky little nuts in it.
If you have jaw problems and normally can't chew things,
but
this is the candy.
No,
for
I don't
you.
think so. I don't think because there's still more chewing. There's more chewing than a regular Snickers. I think.
But you don't need any jaw strength.
You don't need the strength to like bite, but you still need to chew a lot.
Okay, so if you can,
can
move up and down, but you have no power.
If you have any mouth problems, maybe just don't.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Because
I was at the dentist, and I was told I had a really powerful jaw, like a really powerful bite, by the hygienist. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel when you're telling me this. But like, if you don't have the powerful bite in your jaw like I do, this is really good.
Yeah.
But if you've got like a strong jaw, and you don't want it to go to waste.
Yeah, well, we have one more Snickers that we have to talk about, but first...
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have 3 of these creamy Snickers, so let's play our game FMK, Frolic with, Marry, Kill.
This is easy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, because I still haven't made up my mind.
Okay. I am going to kill almond butter.
Okay.
Because it's just so boring. I'm going to frolic with the maple almond butter because it's boring but kind of interesting.
There's a little bit more
There's
there.
like something going on there. Like not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And creamy peanut butter is what I'm going to marry. And I'm going to marry it because it reminds me of everything I want. But like I'm clearly settling. Like, you know, the person who like really wants to get married. And like they've been like, they're like, I gotta get married, and then they meet someone who like on paper has everything that they want, and it reminds them of what they want, and it's like, you know what? I feel like this is the best I'm ever gonna do. In this pile, this is the best I'm gonna do.
That's really interesting because I'm gonna kill the maple almond butter for that reason. It's trying too hard. There's just too much desperation there with the almond butter and the maple flavor and everything. No, you're trying too hard, and I still don't want you. So there's something to be said about that. I am going to frolic with the creamy peanut butter. I mean, let's be honest. When we're having the original peanut butter Snickers and these, this is the ugly twin. But still, you know, it's there, so we'll frolic. You know, that's fine. We can do that. That leaves me with having to marry...
You frolic with the ugly twin?
I mean, it happens.
Huh.
It happens. You know, sometimes the original twin isn't available.
Right. It's the ugly one. The ugly one is like a little needy and like we'll just go along.
Yeah. So he's like, it's a sure thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't think you would do that. Like I understood. I'm like.
I mean, in this scenario, hey, there's a lot of things that I would never do in real life that in this game I have to do.
Oh. Like murder.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, or get married is what I was thinking. But yeah, murder too.
Okay,
Murder
too.
I know where some of the bodies are buried.
Oh.
Ooh.
Be nice to your host.
Amy's basement.
I've been to the studio a lot of times.
Oh, not all of it.
I've been to the basement once. You know where I have never been? Where have you ever been there?
In my own house?
No.
He's talking about mine.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No.
And the cops haven't either yet.
Okay.
We could rectify that.
No, I like the mystery.
Oh, that's good. It's this boring mystery. Anyway, that leaves me with marrying the almond butter. I don't want to, but I have to marry one of them. This is an arranged marriage, so hopefully we'll fall in love eventually. It'll be like a Fiddler on the Roof. We'll learn to love each other. Amy, what you got?
Amy.
Well, I had high hopes for maple almond butter. Because these are all flavors I like. I like maple. I like almonds. I like almond butter.
You swiped right.
I like caramel. I like chocolate. Yeah, no. I'm agreeing with Brian. Gotta kill it.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? I'm agreeing with Brian on everything. I'm marrying the almond butter.
I don't know if we've ever agreed before.
I know. Not on FMK. Danny and I have.
Yeah.
Like once.
Yeah. peanut butter, there's better peanut butter options out there.
Yes.
So you can have a little fun.
Yeah.
Just
Once in a while, you know.
when you want a strangely soft yet chewy mouthfeel.
This is the saddest FMK ever.
It really is.
We're like, there's never been one where we've just been like
I don't want to kill all of them.
And of all of them,
I did kind of like the almond butter one.
Did you
so
think-
I don't hate it or anything. Yeah.
did you think Snickers would be what did this to us?
No, I was really excited when I saw these. I thought that I didn't think I'd like them more than
We
regular
were more
Snickers.
enthusiastic about some of the Thai potato chips.
One of these days, we're going to do a condiment tasting. I'm going to make you FMK, like mayo, mustard.
I'm going to
and-
be traveling in April.
I was
That's
gonna
probably a good time.
I was going to say I'm going to call that kill,
And
but the
horseradish.
abbreviation would not come out right.
No.
Brian,
I know, I can't say that. No. So maybe I'll frolic with one of them and kill the other two.
But we'll hold off on that. And if we do that, that will definitely have to be a live stream.
I killed Danny here, I think.
And speaking of live streams, did we mention we live streamed our
We
tasting?
did. I think we were going to mention that later, but yeah, we
Yeah.
can mention that
Just
now.
throw that in
We
now.
did something different with our YouTube channel. Just search Food Scientist Podcast. You'll find us.
hit subscribe.
Yes, hit subscribe and
And
ring the little bell, the little dinner
turn on
bell
alerts.
next to it, so that you get a notification. We went live this morning before we recorded because we always talk about what we're going to do and then we taste the
You
food.
have to
So,
taste everything.
so we did a video of us tasting the foods. You don't get to hear our opinions because we saved that for
And
the
you
podcast.
just heard them, yeah.
But yeah, you
that's-
get a little sneak preview.
That's
You get to
actually
see our
how we,
initial reactions.
yeah, that's actually how we prep is we don't talk about this stuff before we
Minimally.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
we're not chewing in silence. We
Mm-hmm.
are talking in general.
Right, well, we're friends and we shoot the...
So we're gonna leave.
People might be surprised we're
shoot the
actually
breeze.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of are. we actually
we each other.
we like each other, right? We had someone do that the other day. It was just like, Brian, like, we were talking about something, and they're like,
Are
"Whoa,
you fighting?
Like, step back." And it's just like, I'm not comfortable with this.
I think it's during the live stream that we
Yeah,
did last
Justin,
week.
maybe. Oh, yeah, someone was like, not
Yeah, someone in the
comfortable.
chat. It was like,
Yeah.
well, you're fighting. No. But anyway, check it out. If you think you would like to be part of that in the future, make sure you subscribe. Let us know, if you want to see more of that too. And we'll do it for you.
Yes.
And you get,
We're not going to be doing that every week, so just,
Right.
when we feel like it.
Yep. And we'll live stream other things and other
It basically depends
pre-recorded
on
video we put out there.
Yeah, depends on the reaction we get if people like it.
So before we move on from Snickers, after we
Yes.
had our little station break there,
This has been out for a little while.
this is not one of the creamy ones. It's a regular type Snickers bar, but
Snickers and hazelnut artificial flavoring.
But it's not. It's also.
Yes.
It does say Snickers and hazelnut. It doesn't say hazelnut Snickers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that jumped out at me. It's Snickers hazelnut. So it says Snickers with. Were there hazelnuts in it?
Yes.
There's a little bit, but
A
we
little
think
bit.
it's more flavoring than anything.
yeah, kind of like a Nutella flavoring, but
Yes.
not quite.
Peanuts appeared on the ingredient list before hazelnut did.
It did taste like Nutella. I think that the amount is fine. The amount of flavor of the hazelnut. I think more would be too much.
I would agree, because while I do like Nutella and hazelnut things and chocolate, because of its popularity, they've been adding it to everything, and I don't think it needs to go with everything.
When I'm thinking of things I put Nutella on, and I might be wrong about this, I don't put it on anything that's sweet.
Have you ever put Nutella on a pretzel?
I don't think I have, but it sounds
Oh my
amazing.
god!
Yeah.
If you
That would work, yeah.
it would work. I'm going to warn our listeners.
I mean, work flavor-wise, not just...
But I'm
yeah.
no. This is me a warning. If you have a bag of like kind of the waffle pretzels, like the little square pretzels that have like the lines
Okay.
on them. I call them waffle pretzels because
I know what you're talking about.
if you have a bag of those,
With no pain.
sure. If you have a bag of those and a jar of Nutella,
Mm-hmm.
and you take one pretzel out of the bag, and you use it to scoop up a little bit of Nutella out of the jar, and you eat that, I guarantee you that within an hour, you're going to have an empty pretzel bag and an empty Nutella jar.
I don't think I like either one of those things that much.
I know that.
Yeah,
I know that.
but still, okay.
But when you do
All
that, when you
right,
take,
all right.
when you like use pretzel, the crunchy like pretzel as a carrier for Nutella, just be warned, you won't stop.
This is what I do that I can't stop. I will put Nutella on graham crackers on one, the graham cracker rectangle I cut in half squares. I put Nutella on one, peanut butter on the other, make a little sandwich. It's amazing. It's amazing. We got off track, I think, talking about Nutella.
We did.
I think it's because...
I was going to segue back because we still have to talk about the Snickers.
Yes.
Itself. How did we like this?
One was fine. I don't need to have it again. If I'm somewhere and they're there, I'll take them. But
Hazelnut is better in Nutella.
It is.
Then, you don't need it in... It's such a rich flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It overwhelms everything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And Snickers would be better as a Snickers.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with putting Nutella on everything's a little too much.
Yeah, and I've never put it on a sweet thing. I don't think it needs to be on anything sweet.
Oh, the sweetest thing it should be on is maybe fruit, like an apple.
Yeah.
Plus, I think the problem is that whenever anyone adds hazelnut, they don't go for a hazelnut flavor. They go for a Nutella flavor.
True.
Yes,
which
that's
is chocolate
very true.
hazelnut.
Hazelnut on its own does not taste like Nutella.
No.
It's a nut.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I'm with two nuts.
Yeah, I think you are. So, yeah, I don't know. If you really like hazelnut, give these a shot. If you're on the fence, you won't be missing
I'd say
out.
this is the most disappointing thing since Speculoos Twix.
Oh. Yeah, I think the Speculoos were more disappointing.
This is kind of what I was expecting, though. The flavor that I got is kind of what I was expecting.
Oh, I agree. The Speculoos Twix was more disappointing.
Because that was the cookie butter Twix, just for people that don't know what Speculoos is.
Yep,
that was a disappointment.
We'll move on to what may or may not be a disappointment for some folks.
I would say it's the reason to go back and watch the archive of the live stream.
Danny got these wonderful chips from Egypt, but he didn't go to Egypt to get them.
No, I got them in Northeast
Two different brands.
There's Lion brand and there's Zigo brand. And I like trying different flavors of potato chips.
These are different, all right.
Should we talk about the ones that are in your hand, Brian? These are from Zigo.
Yes. Well, let's talk about...
We've got everything. Well, we'll just list them all. We have, from Zigo, we have the mayo chip.
They call it ketchup mix.
Yeah, which is fine because it's just the ketchup and mayonnaise.
It's ketchup and mayonnaise.
The picture is of ketchup and mayonnaise.
It's a mayo chup chip.
Right, which is weird because people were going crazy about mayo chup coming to the U.S. It's been all over the world to the point that...
You can make it yourself, folks.
And it can just stay in other countries for all.
And in Egypt, they have mayo chup
mayonnaise is awful.
Flavored potato chips. And Zigo also had a chili mix, which was really chili and lemon. Then we had from Lion a ketchup chip and a kebab chip.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, I'm looking at the back of this package, and you missed some flavors here, Dan. There's a cheese mix.
Yep.
There's a vinegar mix, which sounds awful.
Oh, we need those.
And then there is a spices mix.
Yeah.
That sounds scary.
I saw the packages, but they didn't have those in the store. Oh, believe me, I would have gotten them.
The mayo chips really taste like mayo chip.
I didn't really...
I really get the mayo flavor with the hint of tomato.
I mean, I was not told what these were. It was a mystery. You can watch the video and see that. I didn't know what they were. I would not have guessed. When you said what it was, okay, I get that. But it wasn't an overwhelming flavor. When I think of mayonnaise and ketchup, it really didn't.
It doesn't taste like a potato chip that you have dipped in mayo chip. It tastes like a potato chip that has been dusted with mayo chip powder.
Mayo doesn't have a strong flavor to begin with.
But it has a strong texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're not going to have that texture.
No, but that drives a lot. I kind of like the mayo chip.
They're kind of addicting.
Yeah.
No.
The Lion ketchup chips, I really liked those.
Oh, I didn't like those as much. It just tasted like tomato paste.
And Brian tasted horseradish.
Yeah,
it was a spicy ketchup.
Yeah, it was more than ketchup. I tasted a lot more than ketchup in it.
It's a bright red.
Yeah, it's a very strong ketchup, I guess I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if it's a strong ketchup.
It's spicy, yeah.
It's almost pizza sauce.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Yeah.
I did not successfully guess what any of these were. Surprise, surprise, I don't know what mayo chup tastes like.
Well, I was surprised when you guessed horseradish for the ketchup one, but...
The kebab one was very faintly flavored, although it had a cheap beef aftertaste.
I'd eaten mine first to do the photos, and I'm like, trust me, it tastes like the thing, and they're chewing. And I'm like, no, this is God. Then all of a sudden it hit you.
Well, it hit. Danny was a little bit ahead of me, and it hit him, and I'm like, I don't get it. Then it hit me too. So.
Watch the live stream. He's like, I'm like, oh, eventually it tastes like a cheap beef, and Brian's like, I don't get it. Whoa, there it is.
Is that all of them? The chili.
The chili mix. That one you kind of got. You got the sour.
Yeah, I only tasted sour.
You get the lemon pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Like, I didn't get the spice, really. But I get the lime.
I think this would be better than the sea salt lime that Lay's brings out.
Yeah, all of these, I don't know, they didn't do anything for me at all. Like, even as torture chips, they didn't really torture me that much.
I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them, but if they're there, I'd probably munch on them like I am right now.
Yeah, if they were there, I'd give them to someone else.
I'm not saying I'd eat all these because there's like 8 bags here, but small bags, snack bags, not.
Like I said, the ketchup mix is, to me, the most interesting of them. I'm not saying the most delicious of them.
How are you both sitting here eating these?
Pretty easily.
Oh.
I was surprised when I went back and had the kebab one just now.
I'll try one of those again.
It had a stronger flavor than I remembered.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with chips. It depends on how much of the powder that they put on. Because some of them you're going to get less or something
that's why I usually eat like 3 or 4.
No, I just had another one. The meat flavor I got right away on that one. I even got some of the grilled flavor.
Try another one of these.
No, thank you.
It's the mayo chup. Let our listeners have the reaction to just one.
Well, I mean, part of it is the visual experience. You know what? They can watch the video if they want that. So, yeah.
I kind of like the mayo chup.
It grows on you.
It really does.
Yeah, so do warts.
Okay.
Yeah. Fudge-covered Nutter Butters. Let's move on.
We'll close on a literal sweet note. And they were... just what they say, fudge-covered Nutter Butters.
Yeah, except they aren't the Nutter Butter shape.
They're round.
They're Oreo shaped.
Yeah. So when they're fudge-covered, they look exactly like fudge-covered Oreos. Mm-hmm. Now, Nutter Butters is one of my, I'm going to say, top 5 cookies.
I like Nutter Butters.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Fudge didn't really do a lot for me.
Oh, I liked these.
Yeah, I liked them. Don't get me wrong. I liked them. I could eat the whole package of them, but I don't think it made it better. Maybe equally as good. It didn't make it better, though.
No.
Chocolate peanut butter is kind of hard to go wrong.
Yeah, but it wasn't even... I don't know. I feel like it took away from the peanut butter experience.
Well,
I feel like
it doesn't say it's just peanut butter, though.
It tasted like something it wasn't.
Right,
it tasted more like a weird, crunchy Reese's cup than a cookie.
Yeah, because you eat the Nutter Butter for the peanut butter taste. I mean, that's why you're eating it. And, yeah, it didn't take away from it too much, but I don't know. They're good. They're good. Try them. Go out, eat them.
Okay, I'm going to give you one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you eat it, and I'm going to say something while you're eating it. And you're going to go, oh, my gosh, you're right.
I mean, you know what's funny is looking at it, it looks like an Oreo, so when you bite into it, there's also like, wait, this isn't chocolate.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You may as well be eating a Butterfinger right now.
I think that's why I liked it. You're right.
Yeah, that is exactly on the money, Danny.
It's Butterfinger.
But it's not. So there's cookie instead of the stuff that is stuck in your teeth.
It's not, yes. So if you don't like Butterfinger because they get stuck in your teeth, these are perfect for you.
But if you like Nutter Butter more than you like Butterfinger...
Well, no, yeah, that's... If you like Butterfingers, get these.
I knew it reminded me of something.
They could call it a Butterfinger cookie, and I think I would be like, yes, that's spot on.
So, while we were sampling these, I brought out...
This weird thing
that I found in my office.
Well, I eat more mayo chips.
Yeah. And this is just a question for our listeners. Have you ever heard of Candy Raisins, Lake Country Candy Raisins?
Not raisins.
Not raisins
that are sweet.
These are like gummy candies.
It's a gummy candy that, I'm going to read what this package says. It's from a company called Lake Country Candies. Lake Country Candies was originally founded in 2014 to bring back the legendary candy known as Candy Raisins, which had been produced for 80 years. Lake Country Candies has brought back the candy that you all love and remember. None of us remembered or loved this.
We've never heard of
If
them.
I did remember it, I don't think I would love it.
No.
Right. And so it's why Candy Raisins? And again, as you recall, the only thing linking this candy to raisins was its wrinkled top. It is true, but I didn't recall that.
We don't recall the candy at all.
But we chose the name Candy Raisins to embrace the history of the original product.
Yeah.
And it comes from Lake Country Candies, lakecountrycandies.com, in Delafield, Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, I think if you want to see these, look back to our video again. We talked about all this on the video. We show you a picture of this. We would love to know. Let us know on any of our social media or on the video itself. Let us know if you...
Have you heard of these?
Yeah.
And did people really like them? Because they were like weird ginger gummy
Or
things.
is it like a very, very local thing that was around and somehow it made its way to Minnesota?
Or is it all just a lie and are they gaslighting us by telling us what we remember, even though it never happened?
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it
that's it.
up. But we gotta say, what holiday is coming up next?
St. Patrick's Day?
And after that? Wait, I think after that?
Before that is Ides of March.
What's the big holiday coming up for us?
Oh, Easter.
Easter?
Passover?
Pie Day!
Oh, Pie Day! That was a great setup, Brian.
Yeah, what food holiday?
Is that a national holiday?
For the record, Pie Day is before St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, well then yes, what is next? That Pie Day, the 14th. Mark your calendars because we are doing a collaboration with Sarah's Tipsy Pie.
It's a good thing we already said we
Enterprise.
were done. We just totally blew our... We love you, Sarah.
Yeah.
We're super excited.
Yeah, so we're looking forward. We're going to be doing some stuff with her. We're probably going to be doing some live stuff. Otherwise,
We're
just
still
check
working
our
on the
social.
details.
Yeah, check out our social media on You'll for sure. But we're excited to be doing something with
Pie
Sarah's
Day.
Tipsy Pie.
We
for
love her
Pie
pies.
Day. Oh, they're so good.
I was even eating them while other people were eating nuggets.
Yes, you were. She almost ate a half a pie while I was eating 100 nuggets.
No, you didn't eat
attempting
100.
to
Yeah.
eat 100 nuggets.
Well,
60.
percentage-wise, I think she probably did better than you.
I ate 60%. She ate 50.
Amen.
I finished the pie, just not on camera.
You're supposed to say, why didn't you watch the video?
Old news. We know you did.
Watch the video.
Our listeners, if you want to know what's the truth of that, watch the video. I'm the voice of the listeners on this.
Not really. So, on that note, thank you for listening. Please follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you, but even if we don't hear from you, we appreciate you listening, watching, reading, etc. Bye-bye.
Have a great week,
Have the
everyone.
most spectacular week of your lives.
We love you.
I love you more. No, I'm telling you. I just licked the microphone.